Good morning, Assalamu alaikum. I am grade 4 science teacher and we are doing one of the topics from chapter 3, living processes in animals. So first of all, open page number 30. We have already done the other topics, and today we are doing what are the features of small creatures. Now, what are small creatures? Small creatures include bees, insects, for example, honeybees, the simple houseflies, mosquitoes, termites, cockroaches, and silkworms. So many small ants. So these creatures, small creatures, can be found everywhere we go because they can adapt themselves to any environment. They do not mind having a cold or hot environment, but they are as they are. We do not pay attention to them, but these creatures are very important to us. For example, the ants act as pollinators, and they also help to control the insect population. Bees helps in pollination also, and they help in the production of honey and wax also. And the bees also help, bees and flies also help in pollination. In the same way, mosquito, although they are harmful and they spread various diseases like dengue and malaria, but they keep a check in water on the algae and bacteria. These are the germs, microscopic germs. Now spiders are also very good because they eat so many insects and they control the population of insects in your home. Termites helps to recycle plant tissues, and cockroaches are thought to be very dirty, but they also play an important role in food chains. And as the cockroaches eat the decayed food matter, the food that we throw away that is rotten or that is become bad, we throw it, and these the thrown food, the bad food is eaten by the cockroaches, and after eating this they release nitrogen in outside, and the nitrogen is used by plants. That's very useful for plants. In this reference I have given a question in your copies, and that is, how do small creatures help us? And I have given this whole in a copy to do it in your copies. Spiders, and the features, how do they help us? I've given it in a note form. This I have shared in the WhatsApp group also. Then we studied about the life cycle of ant, and life cycle of ant has 4 stages. The first is the stage when they give eggs, then it becomes larva, then it becomes pupa, and lastly it becomes the adult ant. So there are 4 stages in the life cycle of the ant, and the first stage, the egg. In egg, the eggs of ant are very tiny and oval in shape, and fertilized eggs produce female ants, while the unfertilized eggs produce the male ants. And the female ants include queen, workers, and soldiers. Now the second stage, that is called the larva stage. The ant have no eyes and no legs. They feed on the food by the adult ant. And the third stage is the pupa stage. You can see the pupa stage. In the pupa stage, where the larva spins a silk like cocoon around itself, and inside this stage the ant is taking its adult form. It doesn't come out as it is. First it takes its forms inside, and when it goes to the fourth stage, the ant pupa becomes an adult. It comes out, the pupa opens, and the adult ant comes out from the pupa, and this is the life cycle. It takes about 6 to 10 weeks. So I have shared question number 2. Describe the life cycle of ant, and from you have to write the answer from here, starting from here till here, answer number 2. Then question number 3 is, how do small creatures help us? So I have given this whole in the form of I have given this all in the form of a note, in which I have given the how every ant or how every small creature is helping you one or the other way, as Allah has also told you that Do not think that anything is of any work, without any work. Every individual, every ant, every small creature has something, has to do something or the other, and is very good and very important for us. So these two are your homework, and you have to draw the life cycle of the ant also on the blank page. So this is your homework. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.